Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school baseball. Tonight in this IVC matchup, the Strasburg Tigers host the Newcomerstown Trojans. Tonight's game with Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarora.
Yesterday's rain clouds have come and gone, and it's time for high school baseball out of the IVC. Good afternoon, everyone. Nick McWilliams, joined by Claxon Communications here this evening at Strasburg, but of course, all the rainfall and all the nastiness from the past couple days caused them to want to shift this game and put it on a field that maybe was a little bit more dry, a little bit more ready to go. So Newcomerstown will actually host this matchup. This is a battle of two teams that met last night, 8-7 victory in favor of Strasburg in extra innings. So this promises to be a very, very fuller commentary. We're going to have Casey Claxon from Claxon Communications. A little change up for our We caught up with both head coaches. That's Stephen Scott for Newcomerstown.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show, live from Newcomerstown, now in the dugout with the coach, brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. For the Strasburg Tigers, it's head coach Mike Becker. And coach, it's going to be deja vu for you guys, just a little bit of a change.
Before this, they had us a couple times up 4 and 3 runs, and our guys battled back and ended up
like that. Is there any concern maybe of some tired legs, so to speak, out there?
Nah, they're 18, 16, 17-year-old kids. I think we'll be all right.
You're on the mound. Obviously, that leadership quality has to be a luxury to have, especially this late into the season.
Yeah, we've got 2 of them, one through last night, and Joe Fisher is pitching tonight. Joe's really been our number 1 the last 2 years, and been an all-league performer. So he's having another good year for us, and expect another good performance out of him.
Now, with this being almost a doubleheader, just 2 different days, naturally, we're right before the tournament time. So what is it you want to see out of your squad? We know tournament seating and all that stuff's set in stone, so you don't have to worry too much about that, but you still want your guys to go out and compete.
Yeah, so we just had to turn in the records yesterday, so that's all in. We're starting to, like I said last night, Strogan's innings are only 1-run innings.
You guys feel that you've been improved upon maybe as we get later?
We did not swing it all that well, but lineup. And then our returners too. We like to be aggressive and do all that stuff. So, get our guys on base, move them up, move them over, get them in. I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
I appreciate your time after this.
Thank you.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic operation and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating at pacdrilling.com.
Managing expenses, CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps track your spending and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today.
Facing athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame. Venue, this game was supposed to be in Strasburg.
Oh, it's Ohio weather right there. We're just happy to get the game in at this point. Last thing we wanted to do.
To my understanding, went into extra innings, so
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that matchup.
I thought we played well. We had 6 walks and 2 errors, so the fact we had a chance to win the game says enough. we just didn't finish the job.
Matchup right before tournament time, as you mentioned. You don't want to go through the rescheduling. That's never a fun process. But what do you want your guys to take away from a game like this, especially when it's kind of a back-to-back, almost a doubleheader, really, when you head into the postseason?
Oh, especially with Strasburg, obviously play 7 innings and hopefully come out of here with a W.
You mentioned the errors maybe potentially coming back to haunt you for yesterday's match.
Been on defense for 3 years now. It's my 3rd year here. Our fielding percentage right now is about a 960. So we tend to limit the errors, which is why we're able to play so many tight games. Even if it's ugly, sometimes you got to find a way to win. It's not pretty with the bats, but right now, we're playing pretty good defense. Last night's weather, rain, sleet, sunshine, you never know what's going to happen. So right now, just trying to play the solid defense. And, so far this season's been the motto. It's been what we've expected. And so I'm confident we'll bounce back tonight defensively.
Finally for you, Coach, tell me.
Let the defense go to work.
Sounds like a good plan. Well, thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
That's head coach for Newcomerstown, Stephen Scott, brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. Coming up, we have first pitch from Newcomerstown after this.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing. Whether it's for service, 275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Newcomerstown, live in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studio. Big Z Sports bringing you IVC baseball action. It's featuring the Newcomerstown Trojans hosting the Strasburg Tigers. If you missed it earlier in our pregame segment here, we mentioned this game was actually supposed to be played at Strasburg, but they were not exactly overjoyed with the field conditions yesterday, so ultimately decided to switch this up and move the game to a change of venue here at Newcomerstown. And joining me for color commentary today, somebody we haven't had on a headset so far this year, normally the one working behind the scenes, we got Casey Claxon from Claxon Communications. And Casey, greatly appreciate you stepping in and giving a little assistance.
Well, I wasn't going to leave you out here all by yourself, Nick.
Well,
this is hostile territory for a guy that graduated from Indian Valley. But, no, just kidding. But, no, it's a pleasure to get to work on this side of the broadcast. And grateful that, speaking of Indian Valley, Natalie Holbrook able to produce tonight's broadcast. And then Gage Wright, who's also a high school student from Riverview in nearby Coshocton County, to help run the show so we can bring you the action between the Tigers and the Trojans here this afternoon in actually a South Webster Jeep.
That was it.
Yeah.
Because I remember that from the tournament last year,
That's
how
right.
excited you were when we had a softball games featuring the South Webster Jeeps. You were so very excited that we were going to have that one.
I had two of my nieces playing in that regional matchup over there in Columbus. So it's great to be here.
Absolutely.
South Webster. So my freshman year, if you want the full story, I was the stats keeper for the softball team. We got a new baseball coach, and I really liked him as a teacher. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get the spikes back out and try it out for the team, and then made the team as a sophomore, and then cracked a starting lineup midway through my junior year, and was a starting right fielder. for the rest of the season. So for the last of the 2 years, my junior and senior year.
So you still got the Jeeps uniform hung up anywhere?
No, I don't have the Jeeps uniform, but I do have the South Webster hat. So I still have that at home. I will.
No offense, Casey. I can imagine.
Old school.
Well, again, our matchup is going to be Newcomerstown and Strasburg in baseball. Going to get started just a tad bit later this afternoon, as Strasburg was a little bit late coming in here. I believe it was 8-7. Might have been 7-6. It might be given runs where they weren't there, but it's always intriguing when you get a matchup like this. You know, this team is very fresh in the memory of their opponent. You know, this is a team that you don't really.
You're not gonna face the same pitcher, you know, if you were playing a week or two ago. And I know back in the days when I played high school baseball, you played that schedule where you'd play him in week 1 and you might not play him again until week 4. And if you had your ace, you could throw your ace against one of the best teams. In a situation like this, you got to bring a completely different
shift into our WM Commercial Roofing starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Strasburg Tigers. Leading things off, it's number 11, Mason Wagner. He'll be playing center field. Then it's number 4, Drew Lancaster. Lancaster will be playing second base for the Tigers. As for the 3 spot, it's the shortstop, Hunter McKenzie. He wears number 10. In the power spot, it's the catcher, Derek Rissler. He wears number 1. Pitching today will be Joe Fisher, the senior ace for the Tigers. He wears number 7. Him in right field will be Parker Edwards. Then in the 8 spot, it's number 25, Drew, again, their head coach, Steven Scott. You heard from him earlier in the pregame what he was feeling about his team. Samaji, I'm going to hope I get that right. In the 5 spot, number 27, center fielder Brody Brickles. Then number 5, batting in 6th, it's Nash Bricker. He plays first base. The catcher today will be number 21, batting 1. Again, that's your WM Commercial Roofing starting lineups for this ball game, and a game that we kind of got a preview for last night, considering it was just a 1-run ball game into extra innings. I believe it was Coach Becker who said that that had to get sent in last night. The wins and losses already had to get submitted for the seeding. So it's impossible to tell these guys who are out here on the field today that these games don't matter, even though we know the postseason seeding already. But it's always a fun matchup to be able to round out the year, you know, still battling for some IVC bragging rights, and what a better game to get it than.
Came in tonight, you know, it's like, hey, you know, I was a tough one last night. Let's go back and get these guys. So
he was actually quite pleased overall, but just some key make-free baseball for the Trojans as you see them walking out onto the field now as we're about set to get off for Newcomerstown. Zane Papadak, he is going to be the one who lead few stats that were given to us by Coach Becker. So far, Fisher in 5 starts, 3-1 win-loss ratio, a 1.71 ERA. So obviously, Fisher's got something going on. Want to try to jump on that early. They're going to want to
even here early May was a little
baseball and softball throughout our area, throughout our listening area, and all the teams that we cover. I mean, we've gone from days that are 80 degrees, look beautiful. Actually, evaluate what you actually have here on the turf surfaces. This is not going to be the same today.
Yeah, especially with the thick turf. Newcomerstown, whether it be base on the ground, is going to die. And, you know, that's going to allow guys, if the infielders don't charge and try to get to the ball.
From Newcomerstown, Big Z Sports, Claxon Communication Tigers. On the mound trying to establish 1. That's also going to catch the low ends
pitch here. You know, you were talking, Nick, earlier about the distance.
I have seen all season long as Wagner puts a comebacker to the mound, and Papadak with the quick glove.
You know, throwing strikes, especially on these colder days, and then also being able to field the position, too, and get quick outs.
Second baseman Drew Lancaster now up for Strasburg. Lancaster, a freshman, but enters with a sister, has actually drawn 15 walks, only struck out 5 times so far this year. That's the Papadak's ready, and his next delivery is going to be low, probably outside as well. Or might be shaded a little bit to right center. Of course, we're far enough back, I'm actually having a hard time being able to tell. Any passed balls here are pretty much guaranteed to be a runner advancing as the next pitch fouled straight back. We'll see if we get too many of those. I might move it. Just out number 2, quick out number 2. Lancaster grounds out. Handling that easily was Raber. McKenzie, the junior, batting .317. Also driving in 7 RBIs. Papadak's first delivery, outside, probably high, ball 1.
Of course, McKenzie coming at it from the left side of the plate, as you see.
Papadak's 1-0 delivery is going to be just a shade outside, back to 2-0. Going to be interesting for both these sides. Going to want to establish the zone early, not wear out your arm, pitch too much as we get close to tournament time. Next delivery for Papadak's going to be right there, strike one. Good location, low and away. Strasburg enters the game at 6-3 in the IVC North. Of course, fresh off their victory over Newcomerstown. Next pitch fouled away over the left side, and we're even at 2-2.
Papadak doing a nice job of battling back.
2-2 count. He's ready with his 2-2, went high and out. On the 3-2 in the power spot, tied for second best on the team. Slide even from McKenzie.
But
Rissler with those 12 way to backstop, easily going to move up. Prime opportunity here.
I wouldn't be surprised if the ball kicks off a pole.
Papadak's ready. He'll deliver. But it was over his head.
This is our first line. That
delivery laced to shortstop. Trojans will be up to the plate.
Tucker Concrete Company. From precast concrete, you get started and keep you on the path to completion. 574 Route 36.
Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. You think quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time. And woodworking. Kind. Built.
High school baseball action to avoid that for Strasburg. The 28 2/3 innings.
Come out and throw strikes. Look for in an
indication of what we're going to see.
Yeah, didn't get any strikeouts. The runner at third base and 2 out.
A 180 stands in, and he'll foul that 28 2/3. So average. The delivery from Fisher is swung on. You saw it pop up out of his glove and kind of hang in the air. Grabbed it out of midair, delivered it on. Not an easy.
All grass and comes over to charge the ball, makes a nice throw, and still beats him by a step. So quickly 1 out.
Space hit of the ball game. As Samoji sees one pitch and jumps on it, delivered.
Straight strikes. So no expectation there that he's going to throw another one. So boom, he just goes right after it. Able to get the base hit. Raber on with 1 out.
See if Samoji has any indication to take off for second. For Strasburg, Rissler behind the mound was looking to his dugout for any indication if they thought maybe he was going to go. Fisher's first delivery to Matt Miller. Miller stands in, and Fisher's ready, and he almost is going to get the pickoff. It's a close play at first, and they're going to call him out. A pickoff to get out number 2. We're actually going to have a cut was not applied over there at first. Exactly pleased with the explanation he got.
Never hurts to ask.
Fisher's ready, and he'll deliver to Miller. Miller swung on and missed. Off speed or a breaking ball there. Had Miller well out in front. 1-1 count upcoming. The 1-2 delivery upcoming. Fisher delivers. That was low outside. Rissler blocks from behind the plate. Evens the count at 2s. Fisher's delivery is going to be low, probably outside just a hair. And Fisher looking for the 3 up, 3 down, technically. And that's going to be low outside, so it's a walk. Fisher probably trying to locate a little too hard on that low outside corner. Ended up putting it in the dirt.
See what kind of wheels Miller has over there. A lot of times, too, whenever you got a runner.
Difficult thing to get through to a high school pitcher is the guy standing over there on base.
Yeah, I don't want to pay too much attention, but don't.
Side, but just a bit foul. It will be a 1-2.
Yeah, and Miller was actually running.
Papadak could hit to the right side and elevate it down that right field line with the hit and run, if that's the case for Miller. That's a prime opportunity if you get him rolling to get him all the way home. Instead, Papadak's behind 1-2. Next delivery, Fisher goes high again. That was just the 15th walk issued by Fisher this year. His next delivery, low. Standing on deck, Brody Brickles. Hoping for the inning to stay alive. Papadak looking for some early runs to help him out on the mound. It's a pickoff play from Fisher, not going to be in time. Miller scrambles back. Fisher's ready. Payoff pitch. Swung on, laced to the left side. It's going to hang up in the air and be hauled in by the left fielder, Matthew Cox. So that will do it for the first inning. No score from Newcomerstown. Big Z Sports is back after this.
All the way with TMK. Service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way with TMK. Service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Second inning from Newcomerstown, Big Z Sports. Claxon Communications joining you for an IVC showdown. Both pitchers, solid production thus far through one as Papadak steps back to the plate, back to the mound after he was a line out to end the first inning. Well hit ball, just couldn't quite find the gap. As starting things off for Strasburg, it's pitcher on pitcher again as Fisher will step up. Fisher batting .265, has one of the team's 2 home runs this season. I don't think he's going to be swinging for the fences, but you never know, Casey.
Yeah, we don't have any wind out here today, and it's been kind of breezy the last few, but, winds died down. Maybe the ball's not going to fly as far, especially in colder weather. With the heat, it'll fly, but...
You're saying colder. I thought it was beautiful out today.
Beautiful, yeah, but still, there is no sunshine here in the valley.
Well, we've got one big cloud hanging over where the sun's supposed to be right now, which is kind of disappointing.
But I'll take this weather over what we had the last couple. So
you're telling me?
I'm sure these guys are glad to be back out at it.
Back out at it and not having to wear sweaters in the
they'd rather be doing this and taking BP in a gym or something like that.
Not a fun experience at all. Fisher ready to lead it off. It's 5-6-7 for Strasburg. Papadak that first inning allowed the single and the walk. Take that back, allowed a walk rather, and popped up left side, straight up in the air above the shortstop, who will handle it easily. Samoji puts it away for out number 1. First pitch swinging from Fisher, and it's a quick out 1.
Yeah, his approach at the plate very similar to how he throws on the mound, going for that first pitch strike.
Right at him.
Yeah, sometimes that first pitch is the best one to hit. If a pitcher's going to start you off with a first pitch strike, why not go for it?
Caden Dugan's now in. Check swing, foul ball towards the Strasburg dugout. That's quite a ways inside. Dugan, another one of the freshmen in the starting lineup. He actually leads the team with a .339 average. And he'll watch strike 2 at his knees. Papadak ready for the 0-2. He'll rock and fire way inside, and that's going to catch Dugan on the elbow. Hit by pitch, base runner on for Strasburg. Not quite where he wanted to go with that one.
Yeah, he might have been trying to pitch inside. You got 2 strikes. You got 1 to waste possibly, but, low and a waste, probably a little better option, but that one just got away from him.
Alex Burkett, the junior, steps in.
And if you're the Tigers, you just want base runners. Get them on, get them over, get them in.
Delivered, strike 1 to the DH for the Tigers. Papadak, a prime situation here. Try a turn 2, get out of the inning. He'll rock and fire on the 0-1, high inside. Trying to establish the up-in part of the plate early on, but not much success with that hit by pitch. We've seen him throw a couple in there that he just quite can't bring it down into the zone here in the second inning. His next delivery high, and it's off the glove of the catcher. Runner's going to advance in Dugan. He's looking 3. He'll round wide, but slow down. So a runner now in scoring position. High pitch. Austin Smith couldn't quite handle it. Tough one to award if you're keeping score at home. Is it pass ball or is it a wild pitch?
I wrote down pass ball.
Papadak's ready. And that one's in the dirt, scooped up by Smith. Burkett is ahead 3-1.
You and I were kind of talking about, both of us keeping a scorebook while we watch the game. It helps keep us in it. Do you keep score when you go to MLB games?
In my head.
In your head, yeah.
In my head. It also helps they have the big video board, which shows you what happened.
Yeah.
Delivery is going to be inside from Papadak, so ball 4, 2 runners on, just 1 away in the top of the second.
I would probably do that if I was by myself, and then everybody making fun of me wouldn't know who I was. But
you got to be a real stats guy to want to do that.
Yep.
Drew Reifenschneider will step in, the first baseman for Strasburg, his first at bat, and there's a meeting on the mound. Coach Scott talking with his infield and his pitcher. Thus far, a couple of base runners on. That's the third base runner who's gotten on here in the top of the second. Papadak just sitting.
And if you're the pitcher here, I think, with Coach going out and talking to him, hey, let's focus, get this guy out.
Shortstop and third, rounding is Dugan. He's looking, but he's not going to go. Bases will be jacked. I just said he had the 8 single.
Put another guy on base. Again, first pitch swing and goes right after that first strike. It looks like they're playing corners in.
High for Matthew Cox, and it's a 1. Cox knew exactly for Newkirk, who got up early, but it's not going.
The bag. So it looked like he was
top of the order in Wagner.
It is Dugan.
Yeah, we're going to go with that. That's a number.
It's like today.
At least it's not what we did. Top of the second, next pitch.
Yeah, back at the top of the order here.
Next delivery. Trying to get the outside corner. It's Papadak just a bit outside. See if Wagner wants to jump all over one if it's going to be in the zone, and he does, but he'll foul it back off a blue, so payoff pitch will be upcoming. Walked out there to give the ball to his pitcher and told him something. You saw Papadak.
That was Smith just letting the umpire have a few extra seconds.
I don't know, but if I'm a betting man. Off the mound, and he'll make the grab for out number 3.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also, be there.
Claymont High School students. Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a teen drinking party in their home will keep the kids out of trouble.
While their intentions are good, it's illegal, unsafe, and unhealthy for anyone under the age of 21 to drink alcohol.
Did you know parents who host lose the most?
Here are the facts. If you make alcohol available at teen parties, you can be prosecuted.
This message brought to you by Claymont High School students, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties.
Brody Brickles to lead things off for Newcomerstown. Strasburg up 1-0. IVC showdown here from Newcomerstown. Brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. Big Z Sports. Claxon Communications got you covered. As Matthew Cox for the Tigers delivers the sacrifice fly RBI to open up the scoring. Good inning for Strasburg, but I bet they'd be disappointed with the runners being left out there.
Yeah, you get runners on base, you want to get them over, get them in. They certainly were able to put the bat on the ball, get some runners on to digit.
Anything that isn't a goose egg, as it's Brickles used some speed from his center field.
Threw over to first and quickly one out.
Pitcher is ready. His first offering is swung on it. So do the batters. As Adam bat on it, he'll deliver it on to Duggan, who will deliver it across.
Talked about the long grass. You got it.
7 spot will step in. Side corner, strike one. Good low. Most of the first.
Maybe a little off.
Sets up low and inside, or out and low. Next delivery is going to be for something down the heart of it. Hit towards the shortstop. Throw one hopped, and Reifensteiner. It's a line drive for Amor.
Noise with 2 out and a single. So
earlier, ball as
you can bet that the cloud's not moving.
He will get out number 3. New.
Contact our team at the Tuscarawas, providing excellent service to the
Babies on a knows you and knows Altman.
Third inning, Tigers last half inning far. Laying ground out to the food stand.
They got hot dogs.
We don't need a cameraman or a inside. He bails out of the way. For out number 1. Kenzie steps in. He drew a wire, as you could possibly imagine. It wasn't even a shower. Papadak delivers to the lefty, who will foul it. McKenzie, a .317 average. As we mentioned earlier on, a lot of good bats up and down this Tigers order. McKenzie holds back. Pitch high out. Yeah. Next delivery, fouled away. Left. Also, as a reminder, we appreciate you joining us here on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Also, high school softball ongoing. If you want to dual stream our games, Claymont Papadak is ready for his 1-2. McKenzie wanted time, but wasn't granted. It goes outside regardless. Papadak's next delivery, fouled again, left side, out of play.
So we are aware of a little bit of buffering that you're going to experience through the broadcast today, but hopefully you'll be able to at least maybe watch it after the game. And
we do pitch will be upcoming.
Again, this game was originally scheduled to hang out with the folks here.
Teams, when they showed up today, obviously knew it was going to be a fun contest. Short delivered on to first, and it is in time.
Throw over to first.
And foul. I think everybody looked up to find it and lost it in the sun. His heads are looking, so I know whether or not I have to duck.
I'm smelling those peppers now.
Mm-hmm. Papadak delivers inside. I knew I wasn't losing it. I swear I smell peppers and onions.
Yep.
That one skipped about an inch or two in front of the plate, I think. Field looks great.
Yeah, Chad Elliott, he was out here early this afternoon working on it.
Sharply hit ground. Try to get that run back after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company to contribute to American energy independence, to oversee each and every well drill.
Almost looks like he's settling in.
We'll see what Newcomerstown.
Only awarded Smith, but he reached on Raber back in. Pretty busy day over there from short. Raber steps out, though. Now he's ready. Bat came off of his shoulders. He shouldn't have gone for that one.
With the curveball, anything other than a fastball.
Does it again, and that would have been a very interesting play if that would have gotten over the head of.
Has been through the order once, and he started everybody off with a fastball.
Base hit of the ball game.
Yeah, second time he's been on. Got picked off back in the opening inning. He started everybody off with a fastball. First time through, now breaking balls. We'll see what they do here.
And he'll pop it up. McKenzie puts it away from short for a quick out number 2.
Yeah, so
Papadak will step in. See if his first time up. Just couldn't find the gap, and there goes the runner. A hit and run. Papadak will pop it up into foul territory. Newcomerstown Tigers at the plate after this.
help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending, it is available within CSB's online banking.
At Advancing Athletics, our
An FMR athlete.
It's Claxon Communications brought to extra innings decided by 1 run, and Burkett will be in.
And in the second.
Has only seen 1 pitch, even broke a sweat that last inning to the...
Yeah.
He's done pretty good at finding foul ball.
Yeah, we need to...
Next delivery. Athletic Director Chad Elliott. Trying to aim for that. Papadak is ready. Fisher with a lead-off single.
So what's
first time
hit that he got hit on the pitch?
Across the diamond, his only play was at first.
He hit, but it's a nice job getting the
designated hitter. He walked balls already that have off speed up and in. Turn on that one, drive it down the 2-1 offer. That ball was off the bat.
Yeah, a lot of times you like your pitcher to let's get the batter and get out of the inning.
Well, Reifenschneider enters with
easily score someone from third base.
Same. Papadak. Grab Raber, who makes the diving catch.
Damage, but you guys repair us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call.
Assisted living apartment, personalized treatment plan, club rehabilitation campus at Dover.
The day.
5, 6, 7. To the right side. Throw there was Brick. Ultimately make Bricker up.
He's got great command.
Out number 2.
Ball. And now we're in the 3rd and 4th inning and not showing him that fastball on the first pitch.
It's been a nice inside-outside location. 0-1 delivery. And down the first baseline and foul. Get to first base.
Yeah, then Tusk, it grows thick and green. Yeah, that's how you slow the game down.
Literally runs the count full. Did not miss by much.
Yeah, just on the outside of the plate.
Hunter Amore, single hit heater.
Yeah, his first time through. Again, he was starting everybody off with a fastball. He comes back with a...
Fisher's 1-0 delivery. Was drawn. Those are still pretty good numbers. But line shot off the glove of... Hard to rule that one.
He'd like to have...
Throughout this, Fisher
doesn't want to get back to the
third base side. 2 runners on for the Trojans. 2 gone. A flinch from Casey.
I knew what I had in front of me.
I can tell you exactly how many revolutions per minute that thing was coming at him.
It was moving.
Fisher's next delivery. Cross to first for out number 3, and the 2 runners are
Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. Our student clubs, our nursing, and powered by purpose. At Kent State
have made the call to the realtors and staff of Mackin School Sports. For myself and all the agents sold. Or find us online at mackinturfrealty.net.
Inning. It has been a pitcher's duel between Fisher and Papadak. Only run. Got the run home, the only run of the ball game. There's a little bit more time, wouldn't you, Casey?
Well, and too, if you this is about what you would expect. Low run, not many hits in the.
Maybe I was. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I'm wondering if it was 7, 6, and 8 innings. Papadak ready to start off. Lines it in between the first baseman and second baseman. So. Entered the game with a .219 average. Wagner saw ball 1. Wagner ahead 2-0. You're already leading by 1. Instead, he'll pop it straight up. Nice play for the Newcomerstown here. If you have never seen what a ball does when it gets popped straight up in the air, the backspin on that is
a first baseman would, or the pitcher. A lot of times you'll see that catcher, they toss away.
High. So a fly out for Lancaster. Mixed up. McKenzie, so
yeah, and the outfield's a little deceiving here. We're kind of setting. They are setting a lot lower than what probably about even with where home plate is.
McKenzie sees a 2-0 pitch pass ball for Smith, and McKenzie's ahead 3-0. That, unless it's obviously dead center. Time. Not sure.
You've got a situation here where you've got runners at first and third with 2 out. So fake to third, or maybe throw back to the pitcher. Probably just talking base. We're going to try to throw him out. We're going to cut short to throw to maybe the. Just making sure everybody's on the same page.
The runner go. Second stolen base of the game, just behind the Strasburg dugout. Done a perfect job.
And nothing too low and away though.
Come around and score. Third baseman for the Trojans, Miller, thought it
would have thrown him out at first.
It would have been a difficult one.
Having to backhand and then turn and fire over to first base, especially with a speedy base runner in Rissler, hustling down the line, knowing that he's got a runner going to the plate.
So it was Cox who came around to score. Corners as Fisher stands in, sees ball one. Stolen base for Rissler. Fortunately for Miller, as he played that ball in foul territory, but it wasn't good dig from behind the plate for Smith. I bounced up in the air and was foul. He started playing it when it was still up in the air and hadn't gone foul yet.
Right.
So
right.
Foul for Fisher.
Yeah, he had his eye on that sycamore tree out there in deep left. He was really trying to tattoo it.
Hit the practice foot. So Fisher steps back in, still has the advantage at 2-1. Both runners in scoring position in McKenzie and Rissler. 2-0 lead for the Tigers. Popadak delivers, swung on and miss for Fisher. That's a good spot to go after you have a guy who just uncorked one deep to left.
He likes a high one.
Give it a little up and in. Popadak ready. His 2-2 delivery, high and tight again, and it's fouled off the cage.
So that's what Kit said in the movie In a League of Their Own. She said, I like the high ones. So if you hadn't picked up on that, that movie was probably out before you were born.
Oh, no, I know it.
Okay.
There's no crying in baseball. Believe me, I know it. And it was out before I was born, I'm pretty sure. Popadak ready, another 2-2 upcoming. He delivers. Outside corner, and it's hit hard to the left side over the shortstop. One run's going to score. Second run coming around, and he will make it there in time. Advancing to second is Fisher. He'll slide in, and he is safe, as it's a 2 RBI single for Fisher, who advances to second on the throw.
Yeah, helps his own cause with a 2-run base hit, moves up on the throw, and the Trojans give up 3 here to the Tigers in the top of the 5th.
Pitching change upcoming as Coach Scott will step out to the mound. We have to see who is coming in off the bench. Looks like number 35, Cale Dinger. See if he's actually going to the mound or if they're going to have a position player go to the mound and Dinger take their spot. As it does look like Popadak's day is done as he heads in for the dugout. Tough for him as, overall he pitched well right up until that last little segment here where Strasburg has jumped all over.
Also had a hit batsman, but had worked out of jams. And, really his third and fourth inning, he went 1-2-3 and then gave up a base hit in the fourth and then went 1-2-3 after that. But just ran into a little bit of trouble here, with a walk and a couple of base hits strung together. And Tigers get 3, and now it's time for a new pitcher.
4-0 your lead in the top of the 5th. Cale Dinger, as we said, stepping in, taking over duties on the mound, infield, and everything else will stay the same as Dinger came in off the bench. Pretty good formula for winning some baseball games if you get late into the 5th inning, driving across 3 runs, as Coach Scott talking to the umpire now at home. been a good performance. I mean, it's the evolution in the in your lineup as they get used to the pitcher. That was the third time through for guys like McKenzie, Rissler, and Fisher. And judging by how deep they took those at bats before jumping over those pitches, I mean, it does seem like they started getting Papa Dick figured out.
Well, again, this is obviously the third time through the batting order. You get an opportunity to kind of see what he's got, what kind of stuff he's bringing to you. And, third time was a charm for the Tigers here, stringing together 3 base hits and sandwiching in a walk. And they've done this all with 2 outs, too.
I was just about to say that biggest thing, doing it with 2 outs, that's, again, a good recipe to win ball games. Is Dinger almost ready. It will be Duggan who he faces first. Again, with the 2 outs, that might be all he faces, but we will see. For Strasburg, before the game, Coach Becker had said he just really wanted to see him string together hits. And perfect example right here. So Duggan's
get him over, get him in.
Sharply hit balls, too. Hit by pitch and a ground out.
Yep.
Dinger's first pitch was low and in the dirt, plucked out by Smith. Credit. 1-1 upcoming. Runner on second in Fisher. Outside.
Nice play.
Took him a while to find it, but he ultimately put it away. Strasburg comes across with 3. They lead 4.
Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254.
We're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
1-2. Thanks to an RBI for Rissler, 2 RBIs for Fisher, and Fisher back on the mound. It's a good sign if you're a Tigers fan for your pitcher kind of taking matters into his own hands, extending this lead, helping himself out.
Yeah, he's time through the batting order that he's going to be facing the Trojans with Raber, Smorter against the Trojans.
Raber has ground out and lock.
Great pitcher.
Ted walking back to the mound, he thought he might have had that one. Then on base. We won on the count.
Yeah, they basically have.
Side, center fielder braces in or for out number 1.
Always come in and they track it and then they will back up 2 steps that you took to beat you.
Out number 2. Free day for him.
Yeah, he's up there to swing the bat.
Well, outside 2-2 or 2-0.
You mentioned Miller showing lots of patience at the
himself. I don't have to go, especially if that end delivers on to first. Nice play.
All the way with TMK, down on us. All the way with TMK.
Accountants at Niedenthal and Company believe in the Niedenthal and Company can help manage Amster Avenue in Dover and become a value
presentation brought to you by Altman Hospital in the Tuscarora. We greatly appreciate it and appreciate Natalie Holbrook on a game that she's got to do.
Yeah, that's because Lydia always orders her around. Get back there behind that camera. I think there was maybe dinner with friends and family afterwards.
Imagine that. Yeah. Who represent a walk, a bowling, like Strasburg has in this game, you got to feel good. For Papadak, same Papadak really over.
They've got some runs from the.
Pick up the short hop, spinning and firing and getting him in time. It's a weird in-between hop he got. Inning that was. Watch that one.
Big layout.
Yeah. Reifenschneider in. Sees ball 1. He's going to uncork one to left, but Reifenschneider hit that he has.
That one got out there in a hurry.
That might have been a problem if he did that. Score last inning. As on the throw, kind of maybe got the yips, so to speak, a little.
Looked like he just tried to softly toss it over because his momentum
sees, but it will be a harmless fly out.
For always asking, what is cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts.
Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property. You place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office. Empower Tusk.
Newcomerstown 4-0 Tigers leading the Trojans. Strasburg rattling off 3 runs, be the designated hitter for the team as he comes back.
Contest, they've had nothing more than plate 3 in the 5th. Shots hit at him. He had that one that went a great play to start off the 6th here. Brickles tried to bunt. Could have been an infield single, but just second baseman.
I know it didn't work the first time. He's been looking for it. Dug
it back towards him and doesn't look like a freshman out there.
Don't want to make it too easy.
He's making plays.
Offers. Second time offers. Sure enough, it was. That time, third base. It will be
home, farm, and Strasburg and downtown. Wish all area athletes and team.
When cancer 130 years in your backyard, healthiest you can be. Altman.
Increase their lead, and we have another pin from Wright. Yeah. Have you found? So I thought he was batting from the last 2 pitchers. We've seen kind of more Strasburg. The advantage here you have. You're ripping in, judging by who. Whitman. Outside in the dirt. He'll find himself that he's had.
That was 2 and 2 because someone said 2.
2 walks and a ground out for him. Also RBI for 1. And it's strike 1 down the pipe. Rissler. There he just likes consistency, Casey, as that's
patience and
hot bat.
2 more out there he could look to drive after a forge.
In the dirt, Smith plucks it. Through the delivery.
Kind of a run, he shows it there.
As Fisher swings through that.
Being paid attention chances when you got a 4-run lead.
Another walk issued. Duggan at the plate. Thus far, the play goes to set the head.
Attempting to steal third. Scores easily. Get it for sure out.
Pass ball plate. Cleanly delivers. But Strasburg strikes twice.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs, ready to help with any electrical problem. Outed online at woodelectric.net.
5 in Bolivar takes pride. Profitable development operation drill to
7, 8, 9. Smith, Amore, and Newcomerstown on to another eye plate. He reached out as Fisher. They want the senior. He doesn't have a punch out, believe it or not.
And the hits that he last 2 innings that he's pitched.
And all of his at bats, the 2 he's had. Newcomerstown, a base runner in the bottom.
He's been jumping on the first pitch.
I marked as Amore was Newcomerstown to 1 final out. Lancaster actually lost his left fielder's ground out twice. Fisher. Kirk stands in. Fisher's 1-1. The 6-.
I tell you, and it was all coming in the first seconds.
Absolutely is. That will show. Communications will return.
Recovering from Christmas spending or preparable within CSB's online banking. Check it out.
At a base.
I'm an FMR athlete.
A efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble placement. WM Commercial Roofing. It's 330-275-00.
Campus offers independent and provides excellent personalized treatment plans. That Habilitation Campus at Dover. 330-343-5568.
Including basketball and most sought after in the area. Kent State University
Tusker staff of McInturf Realty for buying and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty line at McInturf Realty.
Cast concrete products to keep you on the path to completion. 574 Route 36
of Holmes County. We tend to do things for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get things home, building, and woodworking.
Service with a personal touch. Pride in what we do and service with a
bringing you this to the senior pitcher, Joe Fisher.
I mean, I threw some.
Struggled necessarily the first time or two through the
going, and the whole team just fought.
Couple Fisher communications.
Company has been in business for over. Plan your estate and prepare your.
Thanks for listening to Tonight Sports on YouTube. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook. Z Sports.